super cool and a huge honor to be part of your Spotlight series. And huge thanks to Peter Halley, whose work I'm a wild fan of for many, many, many years. And actually, I met him just through this piece, but in 2019 he was very generous and kind enough to let me use an image of one of his paintings on the cover of my book of poetry, The Intangibles. And that was great. When I first looked at this piece, I couldn't stop looking at it, and I thought to myself, that's what you'd want on the cover of your book. And yes, it was a good idea. So beautiful. And then, I had never met him, but then I got an email inviting me to collaborate, to write a poem to go along with this piece. And it was just one of the most fun things I've ever done. It was so fun to see the piece in the studio. It was so exciting to kind of have conversations and get a little insight into how he actually works. And then it was really inspiring because there's all these dimensions to this piece. There's all these, ways you can think of it. So I guess I'm going to read just a few. I'm going to save the poem that I wrote for this for the end, and I'm going to read just a few poems of my other poems first. Okay, so this is a good summer type poem because it's about being lazy. So this is a good start to summer in a lazy way. It's called Buying Time. Is time always transparent? The unwet water we live in like bacteria? It should come in different shades, be frosted and opaque. Perhaps if it were something we bought like any other commodity, there'd be more choices. Many people, myself included, feel there's not enough of it. But I don't want it so I can do more. I want it so I can do less, but take longer to do it. A lot longer, and a lot less. I want to find enlightenment during happy hour, on a side street lit with neon rain. Take little sips with long naps in between. This is called, I have a new book, it's called Out of the Blank. This is the title poem. It's a kind of an odd title, but the title came to me sort of out of the blank. It just appeared. And this poem came with it. We waited for word to arrive, like a messiah in a stagecoach, or a sheriff riding a thundercloud. But she came without a name, a sheer barely there-ness, teaching us first to hum the song of the game show. Essentially, nothing changed, only now it seemed more colorful and easily divided into categories, more fun. Suddenly, everyone took up a hobby. Mine is getting in touch with my antediluvian self, my inner reptile. Fire and tools are still a long way off, and language, well, who's to say we haven't been speaking it all along? This is called Sears. It's hard to pronounce. S-E-E-R-S. Sears. Prophets. Eyes are like dice. They see by chance. Of course, if they're healthy, they see what's in front of them, what's given, but not all of it. Certain saints and disturbed individuals see what's not there, have visions and hallucinations. Some people only have eyes for what they're looking for, while others never find it even when it's staring right at them. All these things can be true, but I think eyes are like dice. They see by chance. And unfortunately, my eyes aren't that good. So, especially when I read, I often misread things. And then sometimes that ends up being in a poem. So what happened here is I was reading my horoscope in the morning, and this is what it said. Your love horoscope. You fill the life you share with others with love and affliction. Loved ones annoy any time they spend with you and appreciate you as a thoughtful and simulating lover. Your unnatural approach makes you an attractive and despicable partner to have. Something you can use to your advantage, especially if you find you're singular. I'm gonna jump ahead. So there's like three elements that I was thinking of when I was writing about this piece. There's the brick wall, and then there's colors, and then there's a burst of light. So I'm not going to read the poem yet. I have three poems that I had. When I thought of those three elements, I was like, wait a minute, I already have poems about those three elements, not mixed together, but separately. So I'm going to read a couple of them. This is building a wall. My wall is building a wall. I have many walls. Building a wall with dreamless bricks embedded in darkness. This construction has been going on for weeks. I wake up tired, not good tired, like the 12 princesses who wear out their shoes every night at the disco. More like the guy in the cask of Amontillado. Which one? The guy inside the wall, or the one who put him there? Both. Then I have a pink poem. This is called Never Have I Ever, and it's dedicated to my friend, the poet David Trinidad, whose favorite color is pink. Never have I ever seen such a pink sky, like the tonsils and gums of a hippo, yawning, as we ride over the bridge where a sugar factory sweetens the river and tall buildings melt into the water. I think I'm going to, okay, so then, yeah, a burst of light. I do have a burst of light. This is called I Saw Delight. And I Saw Delight is actually a poem by Robert Creeley. It's a one-line poem. That's the whole poem, I Saw Delight. And the title of the poem is an homage to Hank Williams, because Hank Williams, the country singer, had that song, I Saw Delight. So Creeley turned it into I Saw Delight. And then they put it on a bumper sticker. It was great. I saw delight. I walked straight into the day's diamond mine, stuffing my eyes with as much dazzle as would fit in the back pockets of my brain and the dingy tote bag of my body. The shadows were dark and luxurious beneath silver trestles of light. I saw a woman carrying the trophy of a gold balloon, letting it bounce lightly above her head, her thoughts golden. Someone else was walking a diamond dog. Each of its hairs was polished to perfection. From every object, prisms of paths opened. Where did they all lead? Why would anyone want to be any place but here? So great that that's there. Okay, so now I am going to read the poem that I wrote to go with this piece. What do you need to know about it? It's in 4 sections. 3 of them talk about the structure of the piece. One of the sections is an aside where I'm talking about just the nature of altars, which is a subject I know a lot about. I have a very devotional side to my personality, so I do know my way around an altar, whether it's Hindu, Catholic, Buddhist. What else do you need to know? There's 2 quotes. There's some quotes. There's 2 quotes in the last section by a poet, Ronald Johnson. I won't call attention to them. Oh, but there's a really cool book. If you want to see the poem printed, it's over there. It's beautiful. You should pick one out. So the quotes you'll see are in quotation marks, but then there's a line in the first section that I will tell you. It's a humble brick wall, only the bricks happen to be gold. That is a quote of Peter talking. That's one of the first things he said when he showed me this. Okay. Altered, the title, I should tell you the title. Altered States, and the altar is spelled like altar. Altered states 1. I stand before a brick wall. It's a humble brick wall, only the bricks happen to be gold. A gold better than real or fool's gold. A gold only to be found at Home Depot. Actually, it's more a brick box, a cupboard, a medicine chest, a little theater. It's like an inside-out vault. You break in to steal its emptiness. But there's something else. Do I need to know what? Yes, I'm curious. It's got my attention. Haven't you ever wanted to stare at a wall and watch it like a movie? Wait for as long as it takes for it to open and tell you its story? 2. Now the bricks see parts, and other colors emerge in all their day-glow glory. Colors are the actors. Colors bring the drama. There's even an explosion. More on that later. This is a moving picture with movable parts. A blue and a red unfolding. A pink and orange waiting in the wings. You can alter your mood by looking. You can open these panels of color like shutters on a window. You can look through this picture into another one. Haven't you ever wanted to look inside a picture? 3. A digression on altars and their pieces. An altar is a table set in the soul kitchen of the sky. It is a square crossed by languid girls and boys who ring bells, carry incense and bread, while we perform the dance of circling, standing, kneeling, as the choir sings a hymn to him and her and they and them. An altar is a battery for recharging a frayed and fretting, a fried mind. Its silence absorbs us, drinks us in. No church is needed. One can fashion an altar in the smallest of spaces from the simplest things, offering a flower to a painted being. I have an altar to perfume. I have an altar to candy. I have an altar to Ganesha. I have an altar to Isis. I have an altar to Elvis. I have an altar to Brando. I have an altar to Rambo. Not Rambo, to Rambo. Maybe both. I have an altar to St. Joe Brainerd, who was himself a maker of altars. 4. Where is the spark? Match held in the cave of a cupped hand. Lightgeist. The blank light of a page around a word. The light of a word in the mind. Learning the language the luminous, light-headed ones speak. Sipping cocktails of water and light. Fizzy, lemon and limelight. To pin to the shimmer a name. Ordinary light, waving a warm greeting, or is it a warning? Atomic trumpet blast. Desert music, sonic light echoing, the everywhere all-at-onceness of it. Sudden bright, out-of-body lightness, hot-headed light, heavy light. Does this light make me look fat? I remember during the long stretch of insomnia, climbing up every morning to the altar of my roof deck to be startled by the cool beauty of dawn. Eden, glossolalia of light, mountain the gods stepped from, looking with darkness for light lost and found.